What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the CP Podcast. I'm your host, comedian CP, and as always, Maye and Amir are with me through my journey of just trying to uncover some of the secrets of the universe, right? Some of the things that are right under our nose and we don't even realize it. And I brought along some warriors today to help us along that journey. You know what I'm saying? Our journey. You know, as we kind of canoe through the Amazon and find creatures that we never knew existed, or dive deep in the ocean, you know, and look at fish. You think, you know, like an angler fish is like the size of a Volkswagen. You think it's only a little, but no, that bitch will eat you up. Or go to space. 3 titties, people. 3 titties. Anyway.
Tres titties.
Welcome to the podcast, Jonnae and D'Low.
Woo! Give it up for 4 titties in the building today, y'all. Well, 6, including Maye.
Well, 8. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get in the gym.
Titties
Sorry, no, I ain't got no titties. No cap. All right, so, first of all, welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's dope to have some ladies, you know what I'm saying, come join us. You know, Maye is always having to deal with all of this masculine energy. So, you know, that's dope, man. Just to let you know what this podcast is about, it's just about questions and, you know, going on different tangents and answering questions that you might have about the universe. Sometimes, like, you know, my biggest fear is to die with questions.
That's deep.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to die with no questions. Like, I want to, like, kind of know it all. Like people be like, oh, I want to be rich and famous so I can get a boat or, you know, turn a prehistoric mosquito into a velociraptor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be so famous that whoever the president is at that time takes me down into the basement of the White House and be like, here's all the secrets.
I like that.
Or at least all the ones
like
that
that
your celebrity clearance will buy you. Go and make a movie about this. Go and make a movie about this. And then I would go and make a movie about it. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking it out there. Like, you know,
Put it
I
out
want to
there.
be in the know of that.
Put it out there.
I like that.
You know?
You damn right.
Well, I'm glad to be here because, you know, that I've asked those same questions. You know, how do you turn a Prius into, you know, a butterfly? Like, those are things I want to know.
The Prius car?
Whatever.
See, now you're making a mockery of
No,
it. I really want to get
saying,
invited.
I
like,
smoke weed too, and I think of weird things. So
a
this
Prius
is,
into a butterfly. Well, first of all, I mean, are we talking like a metal butterfly or like? Hear me out, because Bumblebee from Transformers was a Camaro, correct?
Yeah.
Was he a Camaro?
He sure
I don't
was.
know.
I could see a Prius turning into a little teenage butterfly,
Exactly.
like Transformer. You know what I'm saying? Like, call it attitude. Attitude, I am attitude. You know, I am attitude. And the doors be the wings.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Like, I'm here with you. I'm here. Yeah, Bumblebee. See that, Bumblebee?
I like that.
But we turn a Prius into a butterfly, and she just got like little powers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See that?
See?
You got to take your imagination and turn it into something else sometimes.
I
You
like
feel
this.
me? So,
I like this.
well, how
seems
we
like
do it
Maye
here-
has something.
I was going to say, Maye has the topics for us.
Well, I just want to say that when a Prius disintegrates, its parts will be recycled and it will become a butterfly over like millions of years.
Oh my! You know, you guys
that. Wow.
think I'm a joke, but have you ever seen That's So Raven?
Yeah.
That's So Jonnae.
Mm.
You picking up what I'm putting down? Have you ever heard of Miss Cleo? Miss Jonnae.
So, do you believe in psychics?
I believe in myself.
Okay.
What that mean? I mean,
I'm a psychic.
So, what's your sign?
I am on the cusp. I'm a Aries Taurus.
Okay. And what
I
is-
was born on Earth Day. You see that?
What is that?
Earth Day, April
19th?
22nd. You're
Oh.
very close.
Okay. Okay, because I'm a cusp, but I'm March 19th, and that's right in between Pisces and Aries. You're kind of more Taurus than Aries.
More Aries than Taurus. But
When is the cutoff?
the 21st of April.
And you're born on the 22nd?
Yeah.
So I'm more Taurus.
You're definitely
You're a
you
Taurus
are
at this
Taurus.
point.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
You
I
are
am a Taurus.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But I
Taurus
be
is
feeling like both.
well, yeah, because you know you might have a few remnants, but you're in the.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
a
what saying?
Taurus.
21st will be
I'm a
your
Taurus.
cusp. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Were you born in the morning or at night?
I was born at 6:36 p.m.
Oh, and it was the damn near the day was over. Yeah, you're a fucking Taurus. Anyway, what about you, D'Lo?
I am a Libra.
Lucky Libra.
Yes.
I like your hair too, by the way.
Right?
Yeah, that shit is lit. That shit is lit.
Thank
Thank you. So Libra, I don't know a lot about Libras.
Yes, we are.
Lucky.
Yes, we are. Very charming.
And Lil Wayne a Libra.
Yes, he is. Very charming, social butterflies. We require a lot of balance. When my boo tell me all the time it's something out of place, she noticed like I get a twitch. And I do. It's very crazy.
Your boo is a she?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
How's that? How's that?
Good. It is really good.
Does one of you guys have a big old clit, or is that
Oh my
not?
God.
That would be me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that's what was going to be the question.
Nah, just, you know.
I didn't know what.
Till we get vulgar, but
Right, I'm
I
over
know,
here
'cause
censoring
I was
myself.
listening to y'all. We are talking about, like your dying wish is to, not to have questions. Well,
Yeah.
mine is, I always think about when they gonna come into your house and like collect my dildos.
Why would
That's
they do
a
that?
very-
Why
yeah.
would they do that though? Why would they want to collect your dildos? You
They
think they're
have
trying to
clear
melt?
the house out.
She's dead.
I'm
When
dead.
you dead, I thought you saying like they just come in like
Like, not the ghosts.
like the
Not
Russians
not
are coming.
no,
Like this the
not
first
my
wave.
enemy,
Like
not my
we're gonna
enemy.
take their dildos, and the women are like, you better get out there and fight. You better get out there and fight. And it's like, what's going on, baby? Nothing. You know, so we're gonna take their
No.
dildos. Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
a dying thought. I think about that often.
What do they do with them? Do you think they resell them, or you think they have a plant where they melt them bitches down to mega dicks, like one big ass dildo? You know what I'm saying? Like
The mega
melt
dick.
them bitches down and send them to space.
A dick dildo. I don't know, to space. Like a butterfly.
I don't know,
don't
but
know.
that is a great question.
That
Where
is.
do dead
Boy.
dildos
Dead
go?
dildos.
Well, yeah, that would be a vibrator.
if we're-
They go.
You guys
being
have
honest,
roses? Do you guys have roses?
I don't have
No,
roses.
I don't have a rose.
Oh,
But can
okay.
I tell you, be like, all right, and you tell me if this is normal. You too, I don't want to assume that everybody uses toys, but like, is it the melanin? Is it the vibranium? For whatever reason, I could only get a vibrator to last maybe one day, one use.
What's wrong?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. They all die on me.
Broken pussy.
Is it my pussy that's broke,
You have
or is
a
it my
broken
pussy that's
pussy.
strong?
You got a strong.
Can you imagine a pussy that?
Which one is it?
Can
Is
you
my pussy
imagine?
broke
Can
or
you
is it
imagine a
strong?
pussy that chokes out a vibrator? Like stop
Yeah,
vibrating.
they all
Stop
die.
vibrating. Stop it. The vibrator like.
I'm not buying anymore.
You stop it.
That
You
is
stop
sick.
it. And then your pussy like another one, dead.
They just die.
Do not send them down here.
I'm
Pussy
done.
like Jon Snow. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway. Do not send them down here. Winter is coming. Do not send another one. Are you not entertained?
I know I can't be. Please let us know in the comments, because this can't. I know it's not just me. It can't be.
Dead dildo.
First of all, you gotta.
that
I mean,
before.
listen. We're gonna change the subject, but before we do, you gotta start. If I were you, I will. First of all, I will stop buying the display model. Number two,
I don't do that.
Number
Wait a
two,
minute.
number two, stop using the batteries that it come with. You gotta go heavy duty. Get you some lithium ions. Like go
batteries.
directly.
Yeah, them the
You know what I'm
cheap
saying?
ones.
Go get your good
It's
batteries.
even the ones you plug in though. I've broken every.
Oh, then you're X-Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your
Your power is
pussy's
untoyable. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, quick as an earthquake. Put Johnny's pussy down. He's like, stopping the vibration of the plates. All right, I'm sorry.
You have
All right.
pussy of the year. That is crazy.
Pussy of the
Pussy
year.
of the year.
What do you get for that? What's the prize?
An NBA player. Anyway, all right. So, Maya, what do you have for us today in the area of the unexplained?
Well, before I tell you about this conspiracy theory, I just have to update you on Kanye West.
Oh, please.
I'm listening.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Well, Pete Davidson is going to space with Jeff Bezos. Keep
For
that.
real?
That's what it says. It's going on the Blue Origin, the company announced on Monday. The other passengers on next week's flight are CEO and investor Marty Allen, Sharon and Mark Hagel, da-da-da-da-da-da. So Pete Davidson,
Any black people going?
I don't know if they're black people.
I highly doubt it.
Interesting. Another place to be racist at.
Huh? In space.
I think white people are
Spacist.
aliens.
They're gonna be spacist people.
Look, that's messed up. I'd rather, like, honestly, I'm fine with us not being a part of the trial.
Because I don't want to know.
They
what's
can
up
go
there.
first.
They can go.
Go ahead.
I'm good on that.
They're not even going into space. They're going to like upper atmosphere. They're not like going to the moon or Mars or anything.
Oh, they're going to where Red Bull went, where they did that little jump. Remember when Red Bull did the highest free fall? But it was just from the edge where you couldn't breathe, it might catch on fire. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I mean, not like I could do that shit. So hey, big up to them. They got a big ass ladder. You just walk out on that bitch. Yeah, one small step. Oh shit! Ah!
Could you imagine dying like
Okay.
that?
Oh man, what you would definitely hit the ground because it takes you 45 minutes to fall. You'd be like, I be and just gave up my peace with God.
Look.
Put it like this: I would pray, get mad at God, forgive God, think about it, take a nap, wake up, and still be like, oh,
Still falling.
okay. So anyway, so what happened with? So Pete is going to space, which I think is a perfect time for Kim to go. I mean, for Kanye to go over to Kim's house and try to fuck real quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
To rekindle things.
That's-
one of them,
I agree.
One of them like, you my baby mama fucks. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
Get pregnant again.
While
have
Pete
one
in
last.
space, yeah.
One last time.
It's like,
for
right, Go ahead.
For
That's
sure.
crazy.
Okay, so he's going to space. Kanye's feuding with DL Hughley.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I saw that.
So he's a mess. Kanye is a mess right now.
D.L. Hughley should just, it's like, sometimes you got to learn, D.L. When you are a regular person trying to rationalize what someone who is going through a psychotic episode or someone who is at a heightened state is doing, it never works out for you. Like, bro, it's none of our business. At the end of the day, we look out the blinds.
Yep.
Ooh, Kanye and Kim at it again, and Pete over there. Oh, and we get back to watching Jeopardy, my nigga. We don't do this kind of go on a podcast and speak on another black man because then a nigga not wrong for dragging you in it, even though it was something that I'm not saying that you wrong about, but it's like, bro, you gotta mind your business, man. Like, what make you think just because you a celebrity that it's your job to speak on what this man going through with his wife? And then, not to mention somebody with more money than you that is going to automatically pull that card.
You know it every time.
It's like, wait, what you say, broke
Every
motherfucker?
time, broke nigga.
What you say, broke
Every
bitch?
time.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Every time.
the nigga has the most money. You got to just chill.
Absolutely.
What you say? Hey, matter of fact, I'll give a nigga $1 million. Come fuck your. It's like, bruh. Damn, dog. Like, just stop, DL. Because
Just
DL
mind
didn't do
your
nothing
business.
wrh I love DL Hughley, but it's like, bruh.
Just
Nigga,
mind
if
your
it was my
business.
daughter,
Knowing that,
if it was
yeah.
your daughter, nigga, your daughter, you would be telling them like, hey, he got them billions. Chill out. What's wrong? What happened? What happened over there? Here I come. What happened?
Here I come.
Why Pete over here? Pete, go the fuck home. We trying to work our shit out.
We got billions
My
on
damn
the floor.
son-in-law over here. You over here
Okay?
with them goddamn little ass SNL checks. Go home, Pete. Go home.
Stop it. You said it's billions on the floor.
I'm in
And,
bed with
can
your
I
wife.
Say, not to be controversial, because in a way I do feel maybe it is hypocritical for me to feel that same way of like, if you truly are a person who is about moving the culture, and I'm talking about black people, black culture, why would you use this time to, create think pieces on a person who's trying to do the same thing? I know that everybody doesn't necessarily understand that mental health side of it, but in another way, he's speaking about what he would do if this was his daughter. And I remember hearing something on a podcast about something with his daughter, and he didn't protect her.
He did not.
He did not protect her.
Who, DL?
Yes. So to me, I find that very ironic and
I
a
didn't
little,
know
and
that.
I didn't want
I
to
think
speak
that's
on it
what
because I feel
the
like that makes
problem
me a
is,
hypocrite to
Right.
bring that up. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, here go the thing, too. Kanye, I'm sorry, but it's like, look, bro. Kim is not black. Pete is not black. And you look crazy as
As
hell
fuck.
trying to break up as a black man. Trying to be, what's wrong with y'all doing? This is my girl. Like, nigga, that's not your girl, fam. And the bottom line is, the quicker that you realize that, the writing has been on the wall. That family, they have a high turnover rate with men. And it just
High
is
turnover rate.
what it is. And I think that what's disappointing about all of this is how brilliant Kanye is, and then for us to also experience his Achilles heel right out in public. Like, it's like, damn, bro, like you a genius, made the STEM player and made some of the dopest beats, and changed the game, and nobody believed in you, and you made yourself the richest rapper ever, and you've done everything that a young you will be proud of, but yo fucking Achilles heel is Armenian bitches.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, bro, that's it. That's what brought down the great Kanye. If there's a fucking chapter written about you in this next Bible, and they're like, here's a lesson, because you know how it is.
I'm not gonna act surprised though. Let's not act surprised that our men, our black men in
How
particular.
many of quote unquote the black men we got have touched 6.6 billion and then want to still be like, but I like nigga, I'm tell you right now. With $3 billion, he's still the richest rapper ever. He could give her half and easily clone her in her sleep.
He already did.
He already
He's had 2 clones.
But he
He
got enough money where he can get the actual Kim cells or the stem
Kim
cells.
cells.
Not the Kim
Call them the
cells.
Kim cells. He can get the actual stem
Scales.
Kim cells.
You know what?
I'm just saying, man. Like, bro, let's just. It's like, man, you rich, Kanye, and you making rich look whack. Find a way to outrich this. Find a way to outrich this.
I don't know if my brother
Man,
coming
well,
back.
then he's
from
gonna
this.
fall into
will.
the gap.
He'll
My
come back.
Gemini brother, I'm praying
He's
for
gonna come
him.
back.
I'm praying for my Gemini brother.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
all I
good
can
you
do.
think that.
Yeah, he's gonna come back
Yeah.
for sure.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Gemini brother.
I'm gonna start calling him a Jim and them because it ain't just 2 of them.
So here is the theory that Kanye is the Starman that David Bowie predicted in the Ziggy Stardust album and the hit song Starman.
Explain this to me because I never heard the album.
Me neither.
heard the
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from Detroit.
Same.
San Diego, but
David Bowie.
the other part.
David Bowie made this album called Ziggy Stardust in 1972. And you know that song, Starman Waiting in the Sky?
Yeah.
Like to come
And
and
that's-
Never,
that's
never heard
Charlie
that.
and Chocolate Factory.
Never heard that. It
That's
sounds
Charlie
like
and Chocolate Factory.
it
Yeah.
sound like Christmas
Yeah.
Just
music.
that part.
Yep.
That's all.
Oh, Chocolate Factory.
And
R.
it's
Kelly,
somewhere over there.
2001.
I never
No,
said
that's a
that.
different-
I said Charlie.
That's different.
and
Oh.
and the Chocolate
I
Factory.
thought you said
not
Robert and the
the
Chocolate Factory.
Never
Go ahead,
said
go ahead.
Robert.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so Kanye was a fan of David Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the cover for the Ziggy Stardust album that came out 5 years before Kanye was born.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
Do you see that sign? See what it says on the sign?
I got
Oh
glasses,
my
but I can't
God.
see. It say Kanye.
It says K
K
West.
Oh wow, I know them.
Mm-hmm. K West.
Mm-hmm.
The first song on the album is called 5 Years. 5 years later, 5 years and 2 days, Kanye West was born.
Oh wow.
Holy
Do the-
shit.
okay.
Hold on. Wait, Jonnae. Let's let this resonate for a second.
K West. Wow. That's some freaky stuff.
Okay, so 5 years. Soul Love, Moonage Daydream, Starman.
I'll bring up the lyrics to Starman.
It's finna get deep.
I like those.
Well, here's the thing. I think that, just like in Eternals, one of the time travelers had become an entertainer and was using his powers, So let's see.
Yeah.
What are some of the lyrics?
Okay.
Can you sing it? By
No, I don't want to mess up our monetization.
Oh.
I'm not even
Got you,
gonna
okay.
cap. I'm trying to get
that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the loud sound did seem to fade, came back like a slow voice on a wave of phase. That weren't no DJ, that was hazy cosmic trace. There's
Losing me?
Starman, I gotta say it. Waiting in the sky, he'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, 'cause he know it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
Okay, so wait a minute. Starman's waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks that he'll blow our minds. This is taking me back to the Eternals. It's like, dog, like that movie opened my mind to so many possibilities, and this is exactly. It's like, dog, like somebody, Starman, alien, somebody is coming, and Kanye West. Man, so you think he's the Starman? Do you think Kanye West could possibly be from the future?
I don't know if he's from the future. What I'm getting from this is that he was reincarnated. Like he was a soul, he was an entity out there, and then he incarnated on Earth 5 years after the album came out.
And that's why Kanye kind of has that vision like he has.
It's
That's
very
why
powerful.
Yeah.
The powerful man. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
then when David Bowie died, Kanye was one of the first people to go online and pay tribute to him. And then he said that he felt something happen. Like he felt there was a difference in the world. And David Bowie kind of predicted this in one of his last last albums, Black Star.
That's how I felt when Kobe died.
So it says here in Rolling Stone that his last album, Black Star, is a not so thinly veiled confirmation that West is his chosen successor.
Wait a minute, where you see that at?
Okay, because I can't read.
Where's that at?
That first paragraph right there.
That's when a Reddit user revived the original conspiracy theory, but this time with a few key updates, like pointing out that Bowie's final album, Black Star, is a not so thinly veiled confirmation that West is his chosen successor. First, the rapper is quite literally a black star, and second, the album's first track, titled Black Star, features some eerily revealing lyrics. Something happened on the day he died. The lyrics read, Spirit rose and a meter stepped inside. Spirit rose a meter and stepped aside. Someone else took his place and bravely cried, I'm a black star, I'm a black star.
Does that sound like Kanye? Something he would
yeah.
say?
It sounds like
Hell
something
yeah.
he would definitely say.
With the exclamation
With it,
marks.
okay.
I am a
But-
black
but see,
star.
But what does that mean about, like, what was David Bowie's job? Why is his energy that something that needs to be transcended, though?
He's the artist.
See, I think that okay, so do y'all believe in aliens, right?
I do.
For sure.
I
I was
absolutely
walking
do.
down Hollywood Boulevard, and a guy, I saw his pupils go a different
That's
way.
exactly where they be. Hollywood.
did?
My boyfriend
I
has
saw
seen
a
that
guy's
too.
Pupils,
What do you
like,
mean?
Him and his friend.
Like his pupils, I looked at
Same
them and they
shit.
looked like, you ever see like a mirror in front of a mirror, and how it goes like infinite, like,
Yeah.
or those like those visual effects where it's like his pupil, like he looked at me and it like opened up
Oh.
to where it was like just like infinite, like like an
shit.
abyss in his eyes.
He could have dropped acid.
Well, what he
Nah, this
he
wasn't.
saw like a
this
flash,
wasn't
kinda
like a-
that reptilian shit.
Yeah, this wasn't like no like this was like some shit he could do.
Like some Men in Black.
Like this,
type
like
shit.
you know what I'm saying. And
Mm-hmm.
his thing was like doing like magic on Hollywood Boulevard, like right around over there by that Chinese buffet, right in front of the Chinese theater, almost a little far down. He was just doing magic. And I looked at his eyes, and his shit was just like I was out there with my mom. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, child.
I believe aliens exist. I believe that they aren't as advanced and as far as together. I think that if you look at the way that we're trending as a world, right, the more powerful we get as a species, the more separate we're starting to become because everybody wants their power to their own. I think that that's the telltale sign of what happens to all of these places. As Pete Davidson and them are going, Jeff Bezos are going up and doing these explorations in the sky, so are these other planets. They're rich and they're powerful and they're escapees.
They having rich meetings.
Well, not even meetings. It's just that it's just what we do. We fuck it up and then we try to leave and go find another place. And I think that I think there are people here who are among us that have been here among us a lot who are really good at doing stuff that we can't do, and we wonder why they can do these things. They're not from here like that, and they've been here for a long time.
So they
These
come back
same
in
people.
different forms, or
No, sometimes they go away and come back. You know, and like, you know, there's the whole what's his name? The actor from Face Off. It wasn't John Travolta. It was the other guy,
Nicolas Cage.
and how they have that picture of him.
Yeah.
the old
1800s.
pictures.
Yeah,
yes,
that shit
yes,
crazy.
just like for real.
That shit.
They
yeah,
had
that
one of him from like 1600s.
I think he's a vampire.
He is.
He might not be an
doesn't
alien, but he's for
age.
sure a
He's
vampire.
for sure a vampire.
You know?
And there's John Travolta.
But
And
you're
then
gonna
why would
find-
hold up? But why would these two guys make a movie called Face Off? There's also a picture of a John Travolta one that looks exactly like John Travolta
Oh wow.
from way back in the day.
Oh wow.
No, it's right. It's right under there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right there. On the
But I
left
always say, I feel like we all
Go over
somehow
to-
been here before.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
One
It does
thing
have
though
his
about if
essence.
Kanye really, you know, is an alien, it makes sense. Like if you
There's also one of Jay-Z.
listen to him, you know, just regular
His
speak,
music,
not
his
just not
talking.
even just, you know, he has a very hard time having just like a social conversation. And he'll say it like, I need somebody to help me translate my thoughts, my words. He has that, you know, and that it you know,
I thought he was like
Me too.
autistic.
that's all I say. It could be that. Could definitely be autistic,
Yeah,
a
look at
form
that.
of it.
Jay-Z
Oh wow, that is him right there.
talking about he's a time traveler. You see that one where he had
I've seen the time traveler
he had
for
a
sure.
Jay-Z
before.
had a picture of a Simpsons
That's
version of
Jay-Z,
himself
sure.
Yeah.
on his shirt
That's him.
a long time ago.
That's Jay-Z. You can't
is
tell me
him.
that's not Jay-Z.
Yeah. I believe it.
Huh.
I don't believe that we just come here one time.
You think that it's a reincarnation thing?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I feel like your soul and your essence matters in how you carry your face. If you look at somebody who's dead and understand that that's how they really look, that's how that vessel looks. But that soul is what animates the face to make you really look like who you look
Who
like.
you are, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, preach.
Oh, people
Pastor.
say Donald Trump is a time traveler. You want to talk about this?
Oh yeah,
where
we
he
went
at.
over this before. There is a book.
Right.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
have a hard time communicating?
There's a book called like little
Noticing something?
A trend.
Okay. Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump
Little
and his
Baron
wonderful
Trump,
dog,
yeah.
Bulger. Baron Trump's marvelous underground journey and the last president.
What?
So this was written around the turn of the century.
1890.
He was also in The Simpsons. Written, you know what I mean? All The Simpsons, period. They know
The
everything.
Simpsons is real. They
Yeah.
know it all. They predict everything.
So do you think that we have like our overlords are these immortal beings and they're giving us hints?
Yeah, I think that there's only a certain amount of like secrecy that they're allowed to have. They have to unveil it to us in a way that we have the truth. We have to find it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's there. It's like an Easter egg hunt. Imagine if your parents put your college tuition in an Easter egg hunt, right? You got to go find all the eggs, or else you can't go to college, right?
So we go to college. They want us to learn.
Us going to college is us getting all the
They want us to
information,
know.
right?
Okay.
What's out there to know. If you stop at a couple eggs, you stop at a couple eggs. Sorry, you never get to go to university. But if you finish all the eggs, then here you are. You know what I'm saying? With the gift of education. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it goes. I think that we hit the nail on the head so many times, but they're never there to confirm it. So we always move along like, well, maybe it's not. And then we keep going. A few times we've gotten it right with some ridiculous notions, and we'll never know it.
Do you ever feel like there's times where you get the message first and then it's confirmed? Like,
What do you mean?
so there's times where even with something like coronavirus and things, there was things that I saw a few weeks before and then it happened. Like, not necessarily deja vu,
We talked about this
but just
last week.
strong messages where you, boom.
So my theory about that, like I always say, is that when the time continuum gets interrupted, if you didn't have any change, then you'll continue to do what you did in that space, right? So you'll feel that memory of that deja vu because nothing changed for you. But those are times where they're doing these shifts and they're going back in time and they're changing these Mandela effect style things for whatever reason. And if you happen to have caught up in that, for whatever, like a small thing could send a ripple around the whole world
yeah.
that could definitely affect a lot of people. But
Absolutely.
if it didn't affect you, then you'll have a replay. And there are a lot of times where it doesn't affect you, where it's safe time travel and things that happen that don't affect us. And so you just, bump your head again. Oops, bump your head again. And then you just keep going. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. But that goes back to me saying I believe that we all have been here multiple times before. I feel like we come here until we get it right. And maybe I'm just looking at it, like you said, from a reincarnation.
Can I tell you a story
tell
that
me.
might make you feel that way?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys know me. You guys know that I love to roast. Me being a comedian is very important to me. My whole life, I've wanted to be a comedian. Maybe since I was like 8 or 9. My mom used to buy me comedian, like Richard Pryor tapes and stuff for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I really have been really invested in this for a long time as far as just being funny, being clever, trying to say the most interesting thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a goal, right? Now, my grandfather moved from Mississippi to Detroit in 1948. He was 12. He was born in 1936. He came up here so that my great grandfather could work on like construction. It was work up north, right? And so I never met him, right? Super tall dude, super like intimidating dude. He during their lunch breaks at for the construction, all the crews would pretty much take lunch around the same time. All the black guys from the crews would come together because, it wasn't really welcoming for them. A couple of black guys on this crew, a couple of black guys on that crew. They would all come together, had their own lunch. During this time, they would do something called playing the dozens, right? And the dozens is like old school roasting.
Right.
My great grandfather was the top guy for playing the dozens in Detroit.
Wow.
He was like all around known, right?
Yeah.
And I never met him, and then here I am.
Okay.
This thing.
Yeah.
And so like before my grandfather passed, he kind of like was like, "Yo." Somebody at his nursing home told him who I was, because my family they don't even really understand quite what CP is. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't know if they don't want to see it or they just don't choose to understand really what I got going on. But he was like, one of the nurses told me that you won some roast thing, and he was like. He started breaking it down like, yeah, that's what my dad was famous for. And, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? I never met him.
You never knew.
I never met him. I never knew. You know what I'm saying? And so, those are the weird, like, am I him? You know what I'm saying? Is my energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is it,
Are you having your revelation right now?
I've heard this theory before that we actually are reincarnates of our grandparents. So... There are things
heard
about.
That too?
Have you ever heard that?
My grandpa said, we were really little, he said, there are theories that say that now you're my granddaughter, but later I'll be your grandson, which would mean that I was alive at the same time as him. So it's probably my great grandma, or she died, but that generation. Yeah, he told me that when I was really little. Basically, I'm going to come back, so be nice to me.
I believe it. We do not hit this earth just one time. It'd be a lot happening. You got to come multiple times.
Trip y'all the fuck out.
Trip me out, girl.
I'm going to find it. Keep talking. But before the end of this, y'all going to see.
That's crazy. So y'all think people be coming back like that?
Yes. I feel like that's where deja vu comes from. You know how people are like, damn, I done been here before.
Deja vu would imply that we've done this before, and then this...
And that's taking me to saying...
So then the now doesn't exist.
But now that's me saying, though, we do it. We have these life experiences, I feel like, until we get it right. Let me see. Who is that?
My dad's mom.
Girl, that's you.
Look.
That's you.
Damn.
That's my dad's mom.
That is you.
Yeah.
That is literally you.
Wow, Jonnae, that's crazy.
You look, that's your twin. That is you. That's your whole face. That's
I'll pass it around.
That's nuts.
And don't that look like Steven?
Let me see it again. Oh my gosh.
Look at it.
Let me see it again. Wait, go back. That is
it's
your
all behind
face.
the paywall.
Look.
Okay. Oh my god.
That's weird, huh?
That is crazy.
Wow, okay, you pass that around.
Yeah, that shit. But yeah, I've heard that, even down, there's times where I'll talk to my mom about certain things I'm doing. And she'll be like, you would have really got along well with your grandma. There are certain just those innate things, whether it's cooking, strict, really into vegetables, certain, things that you can't explain. Even down to tobacco, I'm like, why? My grandma, both, went to chewing tobacco. I'm like, why? I hate that shit. But the older I get, it's weird. But
so you think that? Why do you think we forget everything then? Why doesn't?
Because we choose to. I think that if we remembered all that trauma,
that would be too much.
I think it would be way too much for us.
Memory loss is from trauma. So I believe
a lot of
I think that the way that you died,
Alzheimer's
is gonna make you afraid
of whatever that scenario is. Or
I've heard that. I used to have dreams where I have for years I had my mouth wouldn't open up, and I was like, "Is this teeth grinding?" But that could have been I died from tetanus in a previous life.
Damn. Not the tetanus.
Are we just haunted? Jesus Christ,
Ooh,
just
Lord.
haunted ass people.
Ooh, child.
we're powerful.
We are. Very insightful human beings.
That's a trip. This is.
There was a guy in India, and he studied reincarnation through children, and he was able to find one girl that could remember her village. And they went there, and they said, "Do you remember what's all these things?" And she did remember it. Let's see if I can find her.
No, I remember being born. Does anybody remember being born? I remember being born. I remember that. That's my very first memory.
I remember that my dad was not in there. He was at the KFC across the street. I'm
D'Low?
dead. No, y'all. People think I'm crazy when I say this. I have a vivid memory of being like in the hospital room and my dad not being there. But he came back in with the KFC box. You know, the red and white one. I swear to God.
Is that what really happened?
That's what really happened.
I'm gonna tell you what happened, and over time, stuff filled in the holes of what was around. So, like for example, I remember seeing the first light, and then seeing my mom, and then her holding me, and me looking off through the rails of the bed, the metal rails of the bed, to a window that had the window had the cross metal wiring in it into the hallway of people looking in at us. And I just remember focusing on the metal wiring and then knowing that this is my mom. And then my next memory is being in her apartment wanting some apple juice but not knowing how to get it. So it would be a bottle, and sometimes it would not be that, and I'd be like, damn, it's not that. Yeah. And then it'd be like, oh, it's the apple juice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it'd just be different. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never. Wild. And then I have another memory of me like awakening at 5 years old, like not waking up, but like I was sitting under this table, and it was like a strong ass daydream that I was in. I just remember like coming to, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That you alive, you here.
It's like now I'm something new.
Yeah. Oh.
Like now it's like what is this?
You said around age 5, right?
5.
That's when that's kind of where we start school, and a lot more influences that I want to say, I don't know if it's intentional, but they do take away from our natural spirituality, our spiritual gifts. Of all of that. Even now, when you look at babies, they can see shit we can't see.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They see
Google
yeah.
Because there are spirits around.
Same with pets.
Believe that.
You
Pets
know?
and babies tell the truth.
All
the time. All the time.
That would make sense if this is some kind of game, like a simulation or a game, and our souls come back to replay.
Yeah.
In a new thing. But for some reason, we can't. As far as we know, we can't just straight up go back in time like 400 years. We seem to have to come out linear.
Come out of that and just come back into a new whatever it may be. I believe I'm definitely going to live again.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
I think it's if you want to. I think it's a choice.
You
For
think
some
it's
reason,
a choice?
I think it is.
You think they just got like a...
I think that
option
as spirit, like I feel like if you have unsettled business, you might want to come back.
But how can you finish that business coming back as a baby and then
just try again?
That's what I said. We come back till we get it right.
Like rest in peace. Some people, they obviously not resting in peace.
Yeah, I believe that.
And then you have some people who was like, hey, I think
I'm good here.
That could be it. Maybe those are people that come back as a Pomeranian or something a little less stressful than human.
That's a demotion. That would be a demotion, because in karmic law, we got to come back and repay our debts. So we have to, according to Buddhist tradition, that we have to come back if we have extra karma or if we don't have enough karma. So that's like lying, cheating, stealing, hurting people. Now we've built up negative karma, and we have to come back and repay those debts.
I think lying, cheating, and stealing are all flesh sins, and I think that there's intent behind all of those, and that's the real rubric of which you're going to get judged. Like, only you know if you meant well. Only you know that if your intentions were to make yourself happy and to make yourself smile, and so therefore those are the things that I think that like nobody's worrying about. People have been humans more than people have been married. And people have been humans more than people have had things. People have had to survive and kill and all these things. But it's your soul. It is your intent behind. It's the benevolence that you have, as opposed to just the absence of benevolence, which is just evil. Right? Like killing people for nothing, not even eating them, which I know sounds disgusting, but if you eat people, then you have to kill people to eat. Nobody's gonna cosmically judge you for that karmic decision. That's like saying like that lion killed that deer. Somebody go fuck that lion up because that lion shouldn't have did that. It's like if you eat motherfuckers, then you got to kill motherfuckers. That's how it go, right?
Oh my God.
But if you killing motherfuckers not to even eat them, if you killing them for competition. Which also, sexual competition is not a sin. Animals fight to the death to make sure that they can mate with who they want to mate with. It's like, dog, like a sin is just what society is telling us is not going to make everybody be able to sleep at night restfully and peacefully. because there are no real sins. You can really understand everything. You can't justify it, but you can understand the impulse behind certain things and be like, damn, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you fuck a kid? Because kids are cute. Like, man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if they say that, you be like, okay, you understand what cute means. You understand, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you think that kids are cute. If you think that, then it's like, nobody can tell you that you don't. Therefore,
like cute, like
that's
adore.
an
What are we
understanding.
talking about?
I'm saying,
because
if
you
you
did
fuck-
start off talking
No,
about R. Kelly.
No.
So I need to know where I
Listen
stand
to what
with
I'm
you
saying. I'm talking
as
about
a
people
friend.
who try to have sex with minors because they look at them as attractive. And that is horrible. But guess what? But guess what though? There's a fucking pedophilia group that's pushing towards pushing the boundaries of what that means because they feel like they have rights. Because you can't tell anybody, you really can't tell anybody how they're supposed to feel. And I know how sick that sounds, but I use that as an example of the extremity of.
You're not lying. Have you noticed that more and more shows that we're watching, they are really trying to introduce this, like, let me flirt with the idea of like, oh, she's 17, but she's turning. You know what I mean? It's like this fine line of
that's like
pedophilia
that's
or
like,
statutory.
Telling somebody you wait until
a
they
lot of
turn
shows
18
are doing that.
it's like saying I'm waiting until you come outside to kill you. Like, it's illegal to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you can't say that. You know, because it is like at the time you're saying it and expressing these sexual thoughts, that is a minor. You got to go to jail.
I've heard they're pushing to make that a part of the LGBT.
Exactly, they are.
QP. I don't know if that's.
I
swear
swear to
to
God.
trying to
I
act
swear to
on.
God.
That propaganda.
No,
Okay.
no.
I've heard it. I'm not saying it's true.
No, it's called MAPS. They're called minor attracted persons.
That's not.
And
okay.
LGBTQ does not want them to be in the thing. There are a few of them, and they're pushing it, but it's not as many.
Yeah,
so they shouldn't be
pushing it for
associated.
The wrong
yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to attach themselves to something else.
Something.
They trying to put candy on the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That is
little candy and little vans.
That is
little
sick
candy and
as
little vans.
fuck.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
thank you. No.
Nah, fuck that.
No,
Arrow
thank
to the
you.
eye.
No, thank you. No. It's called MAPS.
Minor attracted persons.
That's crazy as hell.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ready to go to this MAPS meeting?
Like, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. And it's,
look out for
and
MAPS,
it's
y'all.
catchy. We're going to the MAPS meeting. That's like, oh, what's happening over at MAPS?
Oh, man. See, they're going to have to turn
Like,
Google Maps
no.
into
Yeah, that's what I'm
Google
saying. Like-
Google Navigates.
Yeah.
You know
the
what I'm
MAPS.
saying?
Why you using
That's
the
what happened. The
term
rainbow used to just be,
directions.
remember?
acronym name like the MAPS?
Yeah, the rainbow used to be not gay. Then they made that gay, which is, that's cool. They can have whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, remember skipping? Remember as a man, as a little boy, you skip to the car, coming out of school, second grade. What's up, Dad? Skip. It's Friday. Skip. Felt good as fuck.
Yes.
You can't skip now.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Why? You think it would be deemed gay?
Well, I mean, it all of a sudden.
You can skip if you want to skip.
I go
shit,
skip
dog.
right now.
Listen, it all of a sudden has been put into a category of whether or not it is deemed masculine or feminine, like so many other things that didn't used to be that.
I would definitely say with the rise of social media and how aware people
That's all
have
I'm saying.
become,
There's no problem at
Definitely.
all, but it's
Yeah.
like everything has to have. It's like Spanish. Remember when you were learning Spanish and everything had to have like an I or an O? It was like, is that a boy turtle? Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a fucking turtle. Turtle. You know what I'm saying?
Turtle.
Is that a girl turtle? Turtle. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
But I feel like, and other languages do that too. But I feel like,
Yeah.
Masculine or feminine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like that wasn't a thing back in the day, and it's like now it's like, it's just.
Are you saying everything has become either it's masculine or feminine, or we're wiping away it's masculine and it's feminine and trying to integrate that?
No, it's everything is masculine or feminine. Like everything has to have the adjective.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With it to, it's like I don't need to know you're him or her if how you dress and how you
Okay.
approach me is
The pronouns.
that. Yeah,
and
the pronoun is
yeah.
like you walk up to me and you this big old dude. How you doing, man? Yeah, he, she, her. That's me. It's like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I guess if you want to be called what you want to be called, I don't know. It's just a gray area.
It's been a push. I won't say it's aggressive, I will say it did kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
There was no transitional.
It was not a transition.
You just
It was
had to know,
like,
or you get canceled.
it's
type
like one
of thing.
day I'm
Like,
D'Lo, next no, are you
we
she
needed,
or her
yeah,
or
we
they?
needed, we needed a middle ground.
Yeah.
If for some of, for some people to kind of, you can't fault everyone for not being able to be
click
PC.
to transition that
to,
quickly.
all of that,
Yeah.
all of that is absolutely cool because I think that everybody has a right to exist in
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want
Yep.
to be called.
in a world where they're represented the correct way, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that like Lil Nas X sucking the devil's dick, right?
Yeah.
We don't even let girls suck the devil's dick.
I
Like, you know what I'm
understand.
saying? Like,
So, and it's funny you bring him up. I saw him, he's back on social media, and I saw him tweet today, like, people were wondering where I've been. Well, haven't you heard of maternity leave? Now, I'm going to say, as a woman, I don't like that. You joking about
sorry, wait.
but he was but he was pregnant though.
I know, but he was, and it's like,
He was
And
pregnant.
the crazy part though is though, like, we as adults understand that's for entertainment, but I know there were not even just kids. I'm talking like teenagers. Like, well, how's really believing that?
But see,
this is a
sometimes we as
pregnancy?
adults, we know it. Like, okay, all those adult jokes that was in Shrek, we called attention to, like, hey, he talking about pussy right there.
Right.
It's like the kids didn't even need to know that.
Yes.
It would have been right over their head. You know what I'm saying? But there is subliminal messaging, right? Your
Yes.
kids see you laugh at it, and then it's, oh, that's funny. Now I'm going to say that joke at school, and maybe my teacher would laugh at it. Then the teacher laughs at it, but then they send a letter home like, he said a little dick joke at school, low key. I was like, I don't know if it was a dick joke or what. The way he said it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to be careful. But my point is this. I remember when those jeans came out where the girls was wearing the jeans where they had the slits up the side to the point where it was like stitching where you could see the
Yeah.
skin and
Yes.
you could know that she didn't have no panties on.
Yeah.
And do you remember how the church women was, what the fuck is going on?
Yes,
The
yes.
side of the thigh is out.
yes. The
Right,
Gucci
and women
all out.
and women everywhere, the freaks, they took it hard. Like, oh man, I can't even.
The freaks took it
I'm
hard.
just saying. But then you go to Lil Nas X. It's like the LBGT community. They let their freaks do whatever the fuck they want to do. We gotta keep our freaks. Like, hey, you can't do that. Put them titties away. Don't you dare put that.
It's a limit
but
on
the
our
LBGT freaks, they could be freaky everywhere. And it's like, nah, we gotta start establishing some rules. We're not sucking any dicks, even the devil's dick, out in public. We're not gonna suck any dicks,
my God.
any dicks where the children can see us
Y'all
sucking a
remember
dick.
that pastor was eating that lady out?
Who?
We're not gonna eat anybody out
Y'all remember
either.
that?
Was
It was
this
a
in
pastor.
church?
I think he was at her house.
Oh, I mean,
But he
that's
was
cool.
it was
not
it
sure.
went
That's
viral.
fine.
It was a pastor.
But-
He was
and
he
they
was
were
going
recording
in.
it.
Yeah, he was going in.
I'm not
He
gonna-
a freak.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but that's the other thing though. Like, there is a lot of hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
I'm just
Yes,
saying,
it
right?
is.
Let the freak shit fly. If they could do it, then
we should be able to
yeah,
do it.
let Tiana Trump come down to the
And be herself.
and
suck as
suck a
many
dick,
dicks as she
whatever
want.
she want to. Instead of and on MTV, instead of at the slut walk,
Right,
instead
on
of
MTV.
instead of
On
right.
what time?
But
But
here,
no, they're
What?
showing penises on a lot more networks
Yes,
and things
they
these
are.
days.
Dicks
It's
was
like,
out on HBO
Euphoria.
Max.
Euphoria.
Hulu.
HBO
Pam
Max.
and Tommy. What
Oh, when
what
Dick
what
was
is that? Hulu?
talking?
I said, oh, a full dick. I'm looking at a real dick
It was
right now.
talking.
Yeah, dick
It's
talk.
a talking dick.
all right, so a show not to watch for me.
Yeah, they was trying to, and I was like,
It
and
was
I'll
pretty
just
good,
say,
though.
like, just PSA, like, Tommy.
That was a fake dick. You know that, right?
But I feel like they had to admit he obviously has a big penis. Like,
It was fake.
but why would they, make notion? Why, you know what I mean? That obviously has to be like how we all
Everybody
know.
dick is big when you see it in action. The biggest
No,
it
it
could be.
ain't. No, it ain't.
On
No,
camera,
no,
yes,
no.
it is. They gonna make them dicks
Shit.
a nice
I'm just
size.
saying. I'm just saying.
Just zoom in
All
right
I'm saying
in.
is don't pop up on the real nigga dick without unannounced, because you gonna see an off duty dick. Like, can I help you? What the fuck?
It's the soft dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, shrimpazoid.
You know what I'm saying?
No shrimpazoid.
Wait, you don't think that
What?
you don't think that women have been encouraged to be more sexual over the past 10 years as
Oh,
well?
yes, we have.
Since they hypersexualized us
Encourage,
from they were
encourage
born.
means
Like,
hold
wait.
up. Encourage as in monetarily incentivized, yes. Encourage as in it being less frowned upon, yes. But at the same time, still being met with a very, very fierce and understandable opposition that even the women understand. Like, even hoes get why people don't really fuck with hoes. Like, people are like, we get it, but we want to show our titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, But it's like, you give some backlash to Lil Nas X, and all of a sudden it's a backlash at the LBGT, at the whole community, as opposed to it just being like, dog, stop sucking dicks on your music videos.
The devil's dick in particular.
Well, just anybody dick, fam. Like, what are you doing?
I get what you said.
Right?
I
But then
can
it's like,
understand
well, like it's like sometimes I feel like their justification is, you don't say nothing when the girls do it, so we doing it. It's like, well, when the last time we let a girl suck a dick in her music video? That's why I used to look at Miley Cyrus like, dog, are you really trying to get? You're pushing it for somebody who kind of just came out as an artist and just hit this wave, and now you're like, claiming like a wrecking ball and throwing your little ass around. Are you doing that so that there could be this justification over here for what they want to usher in? Because if you look at it like that, then it's like, wait a minute. That's almost the overplay for the underlay. That's almost the same thing as Kanye trying to run for president just to pull votes away from the Democrats to help Donald Trump win. Some things you give a little to get a little. Sometimes some people can see 5 steps ahead, and we take that for granted. Like, oh no, they don't. This is just by happen that now. But nah, it's because didn't they just cut Freaknik out? Wasn't that too much?
Been cut.
But wasn't that too much though?
Yes, they deemed it was.
They
too
cut
much.
that out and then put Tip Drill on BET.
This is true.
It's like, so y'all stop it for Atlanta and they give it to the rest of the world.
This is true.
Come on, it's like what's
one thing about both Miley Cyrus and Lil Nas X, like they both came from backgrounds where they had to be repressed. Meaning, like, you know what I mean? They had
that
to
ain't
hold
got
that
nothing
shit,
to do with
whether it was
nobody else.
Disney
That's your fucking
or
business.
being a
Anybody
black
tell you to be on
young
Disney getting them big
boy
ass
growing
checks
up in church.
while everybody else is at work and your ass is getting them big fat ass checks and you but
you got to
sorry,
the moment
you
they
little
got
rich bitch, huh?
a little freedom, a little adulthood, a little, it's like, well, fuck all that. Like I know it's like that teenager who is told you can't go out, can't talk to boys. What they gonna do the first
ounce of
they're gonna be the ones to wild
Man,
out.
look, if you a
versus
hoe, you a hoe. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just not hoes yet. Okay. If you're a hoe, you're a hoe. It just ain't. You just.
But what's a hoe? What's your definition of a hoe? Because we might not be having the same definition.
Listen, okay, look.
What's your definition of a
hoe?
Inappropriateness, right? Based on the societal rubric of appropriateness, and not giving a fuck because you understand or you for whatever reason, you've justified this time in your life as your time to quote unquote get yours, right?
Yeah.
And
I love that for every hoe out there.
I try to.
I love it.
Hoe can be synonymous with men and women.
I love that.
And that can be for men and women.
No, it can't.
It's not.
It can't.
Yes, it can.
God.
How can hoe not
Stop
be
with
for
the
men?
You ain't never met no male hoes.
Games.
You ain't
know
never
how
met no
many
male
men
hoes.
I know.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, look. There are two things. Shout out to Kevin Samuels who said this. There's a slut and a slut maker.
Oh Lord.
Kevin Samuels.
Not
Oh,
Mr. Samuels.
yeah.
I'm not gonna quote Kevin Samuels like I agree with everything you say, but I will say this though.
What you gonna say?
What is it harder to get throughout history?
Mm-hmm.
Pussy or dick?
Pussy?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the fact of the matter is, women hold kind of like, women could shut down the sex thing. Women don't have sperm. Women don't have no real reason to run around and procreate for real. Like, they have no urge. They got like a little biological clock, but it ain't like, y'all don't have like, I got to get this nut out of me today. Y'all don't have that.
There are some days. There are some days.
You don't know that.
I ain't talking about like, I'm
You
not talking about
grandma,
the flesh.
aunties asking these questions?
I'm talking about anatomically, like, you're not filling up with seed. Everything on the planet that produces seed has to release that seed. Ain't no goddamn dandelion clothes over like, I don't want,
No, men are hoes.
No,
I
everything
stand on
releases
that.
the seed. Women are the ground, men are the seed, in the regard that it's like, if I plant the seed, whatever. If I don't plant the seed, then, nobody will really.
That's really regressive. That's what they used to think, like in medieval times, where it was just like a man was cloned and he was planting it in the ground. But it's an egg that comes together with a sperm, and when women are ovulating, they're much more aroused. So they go out more than more like
because that is your body getting you ready right? But guess what though? Men don't have an option to ovulate. How men feel every day is how women feel when they're ovulating. Why? Because there are a billion women in the world, and all of them don't ovulate at the same time. And a man can't miss his opportunity, technically in nature, to hit that ovulation point. Therefore, we got to be loaded and locked all the time.
Therefore, you are a hose.
No.
Yes.
Can I tell you this? Can I tell you this?
I just
Can
got to
tell you
bust a
this?
nut any time, any day,
you
Monday, Tuesday,
said-
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yes.
bust a nut.
Hold on. So if that's the case, then
Sorry,
if that's the
guys,
case,
that was-
if we could take a woman's ovulation week out of her whole category, right? Because chemically she is just it's natural for her, right? Then that means that we have to eliminate the man's whole 4-week month out of that, because he in himself is a walking ovulation machine. It is a the week that you ovulate, you feel like a man.
Okay. Well,
And if the week that you ovulate, we have to eliminate from hoeship because it is chemical what you're feeling, then it's safe to say that a man can't be a hoe. There are women who are not even
no, absolutely.
Are
not.
we eliminating
Nope,
the week from
not
hoe shit?
buying it.
So if you're only a hoe for 1 week out of a month, are you still a hoe?
Or you just a hoe
No,
for the week.
because that behavior you can't help, quote unquote, because it's chemical. Not saying you could just go out and do what you want to do, but it's like that behavior is
because
like
we
it's
ovulate.
justified.
No.
It's nothing
That's
like
what
being a
that's
hoe
what
for
I'm
the
picking
night.
up.
If I could be, you ever just be like, I'm trying to be a hoe for the night, like whether it was past, present, in the future, past.
I
because-
don't think that. I hate when women call men hoes and they be like, dog, it's
you don't
not.
like the truth.
The
So what is
truth,
it called
because
when
Because
y'all?
what is it? You guys are literally, you
that
just
called?
admitted that y'all are horny 24/7, 365.
No, in comparison.
And gotta just hit
We're not
anyone
horny.
who's
I'm
ovulated.
not horny when
you
I'm
gotta
playing.
be ready for
I'm
anybody
not
who
horny when I'm fucking
ovulated.
playing Call of Duty. Like,
I
don't get it
don't
twisted. I'm
know
not like,
that.
ooh.
I don't
ooh.
know. The missiles may turn you on. I don't know.
The missiles?
The missiles? I don't know.
It could.
Men are hoes. It's not fair that women are called hoes
It's
because
not
we
fair.
get to be liberated in our sexual desires. But a man, he got 10 kids by 9 different women. And what is he, a saint? A pastor?
Who said he was a
He's
saint?
that-
though?
Well, he's a hoe.
Why is he 10 kids having a hoe when that man has really done
Well,
his
then,
job?
okay, so tell me what a woman. But you
And what
said
is a woman doing
What
when
is a
she
woman's
has-
hoe? What is
The
a
woman
hoe
has
for a
10
My
woman?
grandma
kids,
had
she's done
10
her
kids,
job,
and
too.
she
She's
was
did her
never
job.
a hoe.
She's done her job having 10
And she didn't
kids.
have to work.
Okay. So let me ask
She
you.
had
again.
good pussy.
What's your definition of a hoe?
She probably had the only pussy that he probably ever saw. There was no Instagram
No.
back then. He was
Delton
like, man,
Jones, and he
that
had a
pussy is
side,
all right.
side kid too. Look, no, sorry, I'm telling
I
too
still
much
want to
family.
know. So what is
Edit
a
that out.
hoe? We still never got to like what is it? What's a hoe?
a hoe is a woman that uses.
See, no,
A
you
hoe is a
can't
woman who
start-
ovulates.
You can't just say a woman.
Okay, fine. Let me take a woman out of it because you're right. I am fair. I think that a hoe, in the regard of what we use, is someone who uses their sex for personal or monetary gain, right? For example, the hoes that are chasing after the NBA players just to have a baby, right? So now you're having a baby knowing that you don't even really like this guy, but he has enough money to support you and the baby. Meanwhile, you could have just went and got your own money and not even had to have a baby, but instead now you got the baby trying to, that's a hoe. A hoe is somebody
Okay.
who, listen, hold on. A hoe is somebody who takes advantage of the chemical thing that men have going on and say, all right, well, I know you horny. Yeah, give me all your money and then I'll give you some sex. And it's like, all right, men, we aren't out here getting swindled like that. Like we are, you know what I'm saying? Like we aren't out here trying to swindle women. Like, hey, I know you're ovulating. Give me a check. I mean, maybe some dudes are.
What?
Men play the biological clock game a lot.
All the time.
Oh, I didn't know that, 'cause I'm not one of them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas
Like-
definitely fucking to get their woman's check. Let's
Wow.
not act naive like we don't know that. I don't have to me,
I'm
but
about to say,
I'm just saying.
I got a
don't
couple.
happen
I don't
to
need
me.
no check from no woman. That's crazy.
But you know,
That's
not
you.
you. Of course, we know not you. But I'm just saying the male species, and I'm speaking as this as a woman. I've been fucking for 15 years.
So
I
I'm-
know.
I guess I'm wrong. I guess
I
I'm
ain't
sorry,
say you
niggas. I
wrong.
guess
I
dudes
just
were
want
hoes.
to challenge your theory. I just want
It
to
just means
challenge.
everybody could be.
I have
a
no
hoe.
problem immediately concurring if I feel like I'm
Everyone's a
wrong.
hoe.
I'm like, oh, okay, I guess men are hoes. I didn't know that men were out here getting money.
Everyone.
So niggas is charging for dick. I wish, man.
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
there are
there
men
are
who
OnlyFans. There are
will-
male gigolos.
Yes, all of
male
that.
escorts.
All of that.
Would you guys ever fuck with a gigolo?
No.
No.
Why
The
not?
fuck?
No, that's not.
No.
That's not my
You
team.
know how easy
but
it is
guess
to
what
get
though?
that?
Guess what? You just proved my fucking point.
No, I
that's
didn't.
why it's not even lucrative for a man to be a hoe because it's not even fucking looked
There
at like
are
it's frowned
women
at.
out
It's
there
fucking
who will
frowned
do it.
upon.
There are
I said,
women.
would y'all use a hoe? Oh my God, no.
You gotta
ask
realize
them, would
you're-
they go use women's prostitutes?
If I
or
fucking
sex
just got out of
workers?
prison, I would pay
No,
$40.
I
Get out of prison.
40 of the
Y'all
damnedest
like to
dollars.
But
go
there
see
are
some
women
sex
who do it.
workers. Like,
There
if
are
you
women
ask-
who
Listen
do it.
to
I'm
me.
just not that woman.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
If my uncle got out of prison,
Uh-huh.
we would and he was we would have to try to find or buy him some pussy because a woman get out of prison, y'all probably like, hey man, a nigga better
It
fuck
depends
nigga
on
what
women.
it
Aw,
is.
man.
Some women love a fresh out dick. Like
Love.
you gonna get. It's probably gonna be the best dick you
FOD.
had in a long time. This is a nigga who's been storing. You know what I mean? Like
We
if I
don't
had a
know
choice,
Or not storing.
We
What the
don't
fuck are
know
you
that.
talking about?
Not
This
all-
is prison. We talking about baby. Them nuts
I'm
probably
just saying
been gone.
you never know. You never know.
Man, it's so crazy to see how ladies think. That's why I'm glad I had y'all on here because
I'm just giving
I
all
love
the
yeah,
this.
this shit is like
I'm glad that I
It's
know
a-
that you
women
don't
are a
think
conspiracy in
men
themselves.
are hoes. And you know that's gonna live with me forever.
I'm speaking
CP.
for 8
men
women, not
pay
just
for
men.
everything. We do all kind of shit across the
Some.
board.
You can
blame
High
patriarchy for
percentage.
that.
Some
Huh?
You
men.
can blame patriarchy for that.
Some men.
That's fine, but that mean we gotta be hoes? Come on.
Yes, y'all are hoes. Y'all are
I mean,
men should
tricking
be
hoes.
hoes.
You think we can be
Men
hoes
should be
too?
hoes.
Y'all,
Yes.
Thank you.
I know
my
a lot of
brother.
men hoes, and I call them
Thank you
out.
for admitting
You know
that.
men sluts. You know men. Now you men hoes.
Hoes, sluts.
There are men
Are
hoes.
you know all saints?
There's all of them.
CP,
Fuck
you know
boys.
all
Fuck
saints.
boys is a lot less worse than you call somebody a hoe. That it's truthfully dumbed it down.
You know all saints. So none of your guy
I'm
friends,
not saying
family
that, but
members.
hoes though.
So what would you
Yeah,
call a
men could be hoes.
promiscuous male that you know?
a player?
And what about a promiscuous woman?
Huh?
A promiscuous
woman?
woman,
What's
she
a
can't be a
promiscuous
player.
woman?
Honestly, a promiscuous woman is a freak to me.
Is there male freaks
So
too?
funny.
There's male freaks too.
So
See,
why you ain't just
usually
say
male
say a freak?
freaks-
hold on.
Nope.
Hold on. You said promiscuous. You said promiscuous.
Yeah.
So like that's somebody
For a
who
male and a
likes,
woman.
who loves sex, right? Will have sex for free, not trying to be charging everybody, just want to be then she's a freak.
So what about the guy though? You
You know what
freak
male
too.
freaks
But
are,
but you
right?
just said you called him a player
so-
first.
yeah. male
Okay,
freaks is
I think I get what he's trying to get at. It's more so the manipulation tactic.
It's the
that-
manipulation.
But men do way more manipulating on the regular basis. So what does that make them?
Hoes.
Outside of trying to gain something, just
that's
because I
the
manipulate
player.
women. So what is,
That's why women get played. What are you talking
That
about?
would be
Oh,
hoe. Is that
man.
the same? That's the
Nah,
manipulation.
it's not.
Hoe.
Well,
That's
you're
being
right.
a hoe, right?
You're right. Damn.
See?
If the manipulation is what you're using to gauge it, then that means that male, they can be hoes.
Wow.
Men are hoes.
Because when you think about it, like what's her name, Brittany Renner, acting
Yeah.
like she like PJ Washington. Then
She did. Now, the story of what they got
That's
from
hoe
her, that
tendency. That's some
she
hoe
what
shit.
she did, it was like, okay, but at the same time, he knew who she was beforehand, and she knew what
and
it
that's
was.
an excuse.
It's not an excuse, but you know the person. If
You
you're
can
gonna
do
do
research
something,
on
you can-
anybody.
I
you
think
can-
the
if you
hoe
know-
is in the heart. It's
Yeah.
all about the heart.
And it's
because
not like
you
she's
know,
like, I didn't necessarily not like the dude. It's like, I'm going to go out and have a baby. Like, I think the value that people put on kids or just women having kids in general is kind of like a thing. Like, it's just so normal that nobody thinks of how severe it can actually be. Like, it's not a game. It's not a game at all. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to have a baby by this dude just so I can get some money, I could die. Like, that's not a... it's-
Literally.
That sounds
Literally.
good, bro. But understand this: these are the same women who are doing coke off of bathroom seats in the fucking toilet. Understand this? I hear you, but it's like, yeah, you could die or you could not die and get fucking $20 million a year for this little fucking ugly ass baby.
Why the baby
The
got
dude
bad?
doesn't have to do that. Is what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I manipulated you into bust inside of the women. Like, what? You have
No.
a choice. The guy always
You do
has
have
a choice.
You have a choice.
And then the
You
thing
have
is,
a
like,
choice.
what are they
Here go the
thinking?
thing, though. Here go the
What
thing,
are they
though.
thinking?
When a man gets an erection, there's little blood in his brain, little blood in his feet. Can't think, can't run. Women know that. When you say you coming, girls get to slamming that ass down harder sometimes.
I do.
So
But here's the
the thing is,
thing.
like, if you know, and
As
the thing
an
is,
adult,
if you
you know that
that
shit.
if
Exactly.
you know that,
Yes.
this is, you've been
Period.
living with this dick
Period.
your whole life.
Come on,
You
talk
know
about
that
it a
there
minute.
has there's a conscious
I ain't
choice
gonna
on
lie.
both
You
sides.
You know that
can
shit
get out of that
at
pussy.
that
Whoa,
point.
whoa. You can get out of the pussy. if
You
want
can
to.
always
know
say
that
no.
shit at
There's
that
always
point.
there's a whole thing about that. There's a whole thing of consent.
Say
You
that
can
shit in
always
here.
say no. You can always be like, nah, I don't want to do that. They get into, they have the kid the whole time the thing going on. They be like, I hate her. She put me on child support. I don't know what you thought. You was gonna bust in there and then it was all good. And I'm out.
Easy breezy.
I'm out. I don't want to be a dad. I don't want nothing to do with the kid. Nah, you stuck.
Child support does not mean being a father, and also let somebody
That's true.
give somebody a chance to be a father before you put them in the system.
Yep.
Understand this, broke ass girl. Let's say that if you don't have no fucking money, and somebody want to put you in jail because you don't have any money, not because you don't love your kid, but because you don't have any fucking money. Even though it don't really take money to raise a kid, it takes time. It takes being resourceful. It takes being smart. We used to do all kind of shit raising my daughter back when we were broke, right? What happens is that's a cop-out. That money that you quote-unquote need, yeah, it would be dope if they weren't spending it on themselves. If they wasn't using that against their postpartum depression. If they weren't mentally fucking ill enough to be out here targeting guys for money. Like, dog, women are taking condoms and putting the condom inside their pussy. Did a nigga ask for that? Did a nigga ask for, Drake got bitches he gotta put hot sauce in the condom.
Well, shit, he's fucking
I
Drake.
respect
Because
that,
women play that game so much. Is having a baby that hard? No, because women want to impress other women. Who baby is that? This is Drake's baby. Damn, bitch, you the shit. How else can a bitch prove that she fucked you for real? Because women aren't into bragging. Maybe they could write a book, some shit like that. But it's like the baby is usually the trophy for status. It is VIP forever. It is to be on a show. There's a show dedicated. There's no show called Stripper Husbands. There's no show called Light-Skinned Bitch Boyfriends. There is none of that. Every show is about the attachment that they could have to a man. And that's why I feel like the man can't be the hoe across the board. Granted, men could be anything. Fuck, men could be women now. So yeah, a man could be a hoe, right? But what I'm telling you is that for the most part, that man who is that hoe is not a man no more. Not for what it means to be a man, to be having to finesse a woman, using sex to get money from her, to try to trap a woman. You gonna put a baby in Oprah? You're not a man no more. You kind of the bitch. You're the one who wants the baby. You're the one who your biological clock ticking, nigga. You broke. You need your grilled cheese sandwich, huh? So you better go fuck Miss Mary down the street. A cougar.
It happens.
It does.
It's just like, for me, it's like, dog, I would rather be rich than figure out who I can fuck that's rich. And that is where the whole shit comes in. Because guess what? Brittany Renner, if PJ Morton or PJ, whatever the fuck his name is, PJ Washington. PJ Washington, no, because my wife loves PJ Morton.
That's
Shout
a
out to PJ
pastor,
Morton.
bruh.
But if he wasn't in the NBA, but he was still tall as he is, he would not have a chance to fuck her.
And there really are people who are strategic with their vaginas and their penises, where I know both men and women who have literally, that's just been their form of currency. Meaning like, oh, you really are homeless until the next girlfriend or boyfriend. Oh, you really are. You know what I mean? It becomes a way of life for some hoes.
And I
men
think
and
that
women.
I think that here's the real issue that I don't think people are ready to really talk about. The taboo that we put around sex builds the allure around sex and makes sex more dangerous in America.
Yeah.
All of these other countries that have opened up sex for real and what sex means and have like professional sex workers and a sex community and all of that, these things aren't really as prevalent. Like, sex is one of the American drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
And we treat it like that. All the trafficking and all that bullshit, like all of that it's a hypersexuality that if we could get past that, then we could be a smarter nation. We could be a more easier going nation. But it's all this. Everybody wants to be rich because everybody wants to be fucking. Meanwhile, it's like, dog, if we had a red light district, you know what I'm saying? Just go fuck with your little job and be happy and be cool and then come back. And it's like, but instead it has to be this underground. Nobody want to talk to their kids about it. Everybody's out here freaking off a different way. And there is no real right and wrong according to it. And it's kind of strange. Like, I think that in the few years, we're going to see the veil lifted on sex the way that it's been lifted on marijuana and mushrooms and shit like that. It's going to have to. Like, you look at Las Vegas, you could just go to Vegas and get a prostitute and then go to Circus because it's like, if you get the sex out the way, then it's like, oh, well, you know, I can have a day now. Well, I'm not fucking running around trying to look at every girl's ass or getting drunk.
That's how y'all be for it. Be that. Listen, I ain't never.
hoes.
That's how it be, CP. I could do my day now.
Is your dog a hoe? Because that motherfucker want to hump stuffed animals? It's like,
No,
dog.
no,
It's
Dog is not a hoe. He's just a dog.
But no, it's
I
it is our human
like
nature.
men or dogs more than I like men or hoes.
Okay, I see that.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's
You
chemicals,
rather dog
biological.
somebody out than
You
just
ever,
be like,
you
yo,
ever,
I'm
you
a
ever
hoe.
see your dog so stupid that he'll hump some shit that would hurt his dick? Like, what are you
I
doing
just don't
humping a goddamn
understand.
saw, Rex? And dick bleeding. He like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's like to be a man.
Okay.
I can talk about this shit till 4 days from now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm here for
But we
it.
all
To
got
be
jobs
continued.
and stuff to do.
No, I'm
I want to thank
jobless.
Jonnae and D'Low
so
for coming in and
much.
talking
This
about
was so
this.
much fun.
You know what I'm saying? As
Thank you.
always, Maye and Amir here with the breakdown. Amir hit me with men are hoes
Come
today,
on.
and I was
Amir,
like,
thank
Amir is
Thank
invited to the cookout.
Hey,
Period.
hey.
and guess what? A man is barbecuing at that bitch. Hey.
With his hoe ass.
We
My
know
name is- My name is
studs.
With his
Comedian
hoe
CP,
ass.
man. This is the CP podcast. You see what it is. It's crazy, man. We out of here. Peace.